What's up, y'all? Hope y'all's week's going well. What we got today? I figure we just listen to some music. Oh, my hair's a mess. What are we listening to? Well, this is the mighty Nunslaughther with their album Goat. I think somebody mentioned they had this in a blue vinyl, this blue cover or whatever. I think it was Cameron, I could have been wrong. Somebody did mention that they had this with a blue cover and that was the original pressing. Damn it. We're just starting at the top. Work our way down. There appears to be no liner notes, so this is what you get. Yeah, if it had been for Justin, I probably never would have picked this up. Yeah, got a nice lo-fi underground thing going on there. I dig it. Listen to some metal and look at models. That's what we're probably going to do today. Genestealer Cult Aberrants. I got 10 of these bad boys sitting right there. They're somewhat useful in game. They pack a punch. But this is definitely a unit that other players see, and they got to get on that because they realize this is a character deleter. Yeah, you put these in the rock grinder, run that thing forward. Of course, I've had these things get shot right off the table. Look at that. He's got that Cthulhu tentacle face. How awesome is that? How awesome is that? But nah, put these guys in the rock grinder and run them forward. That is definitely going to draw some attention from your opponent. They will see that, and I had a player, had 2 of these. Rock grinder with 5. Aberrants in it, and shot him up the battlefield as I'm known to do. I've had opponents like destroy the vehicle, these guys get out, shoot them up, never having done anything in a game. Yep, that's the unfortunate side of playing 40k, and some armies, you know, they just showed that one. Well, anyways, here's the little boss guy. Look at that. He's got that double face. I don't know if you can see that. So, he's got like two faces. So fucking cool. He's got a road sign. There's some Nurgle symbol on his road sign. That's odd. Wonder what GW meant by that. But yeah, that's literally a road sign that he picks up with the concrete still attached. The rebar and everything. I don't know if you can see that, but it's been weathered. So that it looks like it's all rusty and shit. The songs seem kind of short in this. This is my first spin with the CD. I've listened to this on YouTube. But, yeah. Nunslaughther's cool. Be a cool band to see live. Usually in a game, what I use these aberrants for is since they're such a high value target. And remember, one's a target, two's a strategy. So 2 rock grinders, both of them filled with these guys. Like that will get your opponent's attention so fast, and they will usually target the shit out of these things, which is good. Because the actual strategy is your Acolyte hybrids and your hybrid metamorphs. Having them put in reserve so that they can come on the table using whatever rule they have for whatever edition you're in. Like in 7th you had to roll on a chart. And then in 8th it was all straight. And 9th it was all stratagems. And 9th they kind of got robbed in some of their stratagems. They got picked on pretty badly in 9th. 7th, they could be good. But in 8th edition, is if you knew what you were doing and you played this army a few times, you could kick some butt in 8th. But the problem was this army was always so fucking swingy. Like you're like, oh man, I got all these dice to roll for my hits. And you're looking for 3-ups, and man, you'll see those 1s and 2s just ruin your day. You know, there's nothing like having those Acolyte hybrids. You know, your real win condition, and you roll and you're just like, whiff. Well, that's probably going to be game for you. Kind of the only downside of playing Genestealer Cult is the swingy dice rolls. You throw a bunch of dice down and they just don't work the way you need them to, and that could be the game. It wasn't a guarantee that you were going to lose, but it was a strong possibility you were going to lose at that point. The only way to mitigate that would be fill up those slots with the Neophyte hybrids. That's their regular generic guy. It was just dogpile objectives with those guys. With the Neophyte hybrids. And just make it really difficult for your opponent to get you off the objectives. So, you know, first couple turns is like dog pile objectives, and run everything up the front. And then you're just picking up models. At that point, you will just be picking up models. And that second turn, you definitely will be picking up models. But hopefully you've dogpiled objectives and pushed your opponent back. And they're dealing with these guys. So in your third turn, you drop in them Acolyte hybrids. You know, those guys can go in there and get your enemy's high value targets. That's the strategy anyways. But like I said, swingy dice rolls will... Actually, I don't remember if I did. What I mean, swingy dice rolls ruin you every time. Got a very punk rock feel to that one. I like that. Well, anyways, your aberrants are not complete without the abominant. Look at that big mutated. Oh, he's got two faces as well. Look at him. He's got a little imp hanging out with him. Yeah, I think on some of these, especially this guy, I added some flesh tone. So that pinkish flesh tone called Cadian flesh tone. So yeah, I did the Rakarth flesh, purple shade, and you can see here I put some pink in there to bring that up. Then went back over with a little bit of more Rakarth flesh in other areas to kind of blend it back in, and then some Pallid Witch flesh. That's the skin tones on that guy. The purples or whatever fucking purples GW had at the time. I got like, they had like 3 or 4 at the time. Now I got like 5 of them. So there's some. I said I don't remember the exact purples I was using or oranges. But yeah, that this dude's a character deleter. I've had this guy remove captains from the board. Had him take out some Tau before. Space Marine characters, though, I've had a few Space Marine characters this guy just absolutely go ham on. I really did well on these. I don't know what y'all think, but I'm proud of myself on these. I nailed Genestealer Cult. There's the top of them. Yeah. So somebody said it was like some 70-year-old dude with plastic toys and shit. Yeah, getting the age jokes from you young bucks. That's cool. What are y'all, 20-somethings? Teenagers? I'm just going to assume you're legal adults. If you're in your 20s and you're watching this, it's cool. Cheers. What's up? Guys, you're going to be in your 40s soon. I'm not even in my 50s. Come on, y'all. I ain't that damn old. Y'all are going to be in your 40s soon. I know in your 20s it seems like a lifetime. And for the most part, it is kind of a lifetime. Let's say 20 to 45. Just say that, it's 25 years. A lot changes in 25 years. You don't really think about your first 25 years, because first half of it, you're fucking having your nose wiped. Your ass wiped for you. Not literally, I hope, but you're fucking a child. You don't know anything. You know, and then there's so many 20-year-olds that are damn near children. You don't know shit either. I'm not talking shit about all of y'all, but there's enough of y'all, and some of you smart motherfuckers out there know who we're talking about. But guys, a lot happens in 25 years. Y'all need to plan for that shit. Like, you're not gonna... I know dudes in their 30s out drinking a couple nights a week, partying and shit like that. That's cool, have a good time, but if you're in your 20s and you're drinking, you know, or smoking weed to excess, y'all need to think about that. Fucking Nunslaughther, man. How are y'all not listening to this? How are y'all not listening to that? That's fun shit right there. There we go. But yeah, I don't want to be like preaching to y'all or anything, but watch out on the alcohol consumption. If you're just period, I don't care what age you are, watch out on your alcohol consumption. That'll age the fuck out of you. So start exercising. Start eating better. Y'all really stop eating the fast food and shit. Because you think I look old, you should see people my same age, man. There's people my age, they look like shit. You know, bad diets, no exercise, drinking to excess. Some of them, not all of them, but some of them drink to excess. When you get 40s, you look like shit. I look like shit because I did have a hard life, harder than a lot of y'all's. I don't think it was hard. I think I'm a wimp compared to some people I know, because I know some brutal people out there. But now that I'm in my mid-40s, there's not many left that are still able to do anything. I know guys that are my age, it just, they look and feel like shit. They can't hang. You know? So, mosh pits with 20-year-olds, and they're like, how are you 40-year-old guys still going? Well, because I took care of myself. And I didn't always. In my 30s, I fucked around. I'm here to tell you, don't fuck around in your 30s. You think you can do it, and you can, but it's going to cost you in your 40s. So if you're in them 20s, really think about what you're going to do in your 30s. You know, maybe watching football and playing video games and drinking and eating whatever you want. Maybe in your 30s it's not the best idea. You should get into some fitness, you know. Start working out, because it's the better you do in your 30s, your 40s are easier. The better you treat yourself in your 30s, the easier your 40s are going to get. For your 40s, you can still do whatever the fuck you want. Now, I'm more reserved. I don't have as much energy, nor do I want to expend as much energy. But I want to be able to expend the energy that I want when I want. I want that thing to be able to go off whenever I need it to go off. But if you're under 25, smoke a joint, it ain't going to kill you. If you're over 25, get some booze in you, it ain't going to kill you. But once you hit 25, be really thinking about what you're doing to yourself. Just a little advice. Take it from me. Death metal Holocaust survivor here. Badass, dude. I don't even look at song titles sometimes, y'all. I just play it. Does it sound cool? As the Cacodemons feast. That's fucking badass. Satanic slut. Yeah, we've all known a few. Ritual of darkness. The guts of Christ. Wow. Thou art in the kingdom of hell. Angel hunt. That sounds kind of cool. Immune to poison? That'd be a cool ability. Sacrificial zombie. Oh, that's a cool title. These song titles are fucking fun. Yeah, Nunslaughther. Their album Goat. We looked at some 40K models. Some Genestealer Cult. I preached about health for some reason. Oh yeah, because some of y'all call me old. Yeah, I want to see y'all in 20 years. I'll be 65 and still be able to kick your asses. That'd be bad though, huh? You thinking you all that in your 40s and some 60-year-old dude whoops your ass. It can happen. Got some mean-ass 60-year-olds that probably could kick my ass. Yeah, that ain't a lie. I've actually met some tough dudes that are like in their 60s and would probably still fuck you up. That's who you want to be. That's who you want to be. You don't want to be a dad bod. You know, you don't want to be all on goddamn cholesterol meds and shit like that. We just hit 20 minutes. Alright, y'all. Cattle Prod, Appalachian Warlord. If it ain't voluntary, it's tyranny. See ya.